what is delegation means? What does it mean to delegate? The concept of delegation is getting things done through others. The concept of delegation is to get things done through others. That means is to share your vision for others and get things done and get your vision achieved through them. Your vision is still your vision. If you delegate, your vision is still your vision. Your name is still your name. Delegation does not change who you are. Yes, delegation doesn't change who you are, and it does not change your title. It does not change your responsibility in the church, but it's just about sharing your burden with others, sharing your vision and sharing your responsibility with others who can support and bring your vision into reality. And that is the reason why I said that it takes a man to have a vision, but it takes men to achieve the vision. Never look down on yourself when you delegate responsibility to others. Don't think those people that you have delegated responsibility to will outshine you. They cannot outshine you. You are the visionary of that ministry. You are the one that God called. But nevertheless, sharing your vision with them will make the work so easy. Now let us look at another point in delegation. What makes delegation a necessity? What makes delegation a necessity? Every leader and manager, every ministry owner, every leaders must understand this, that they have limited time. We must understand that we have limited time. Number 2, you have limited ability. Number 3, you have limited strength. Limited experience is number 4. Number 5 is limited exposure. Number 6 is limited ideas. Number 7 is limited network. So every leader or manager is limited with respect to your time. You are limited in respect to your time, to your ability. Everyone, there is no champions forever. You only have to be a champion for your time. I know many of us may be asking, we may be thinking, what does it mean for us to understand what church administration is all about? Church administration is very, very important and is a key in the management of the church. So it's just like a country. It's like a country with many mineral resources, but lack the management of the resources for the betterment of the citizens of that country. So we may have a church. There may be a church with a lot of spiritual gifts, with abundance of spiritual gifts. Nevertheless, the church may still lack the fulfillment of God's mandate for that church. Why? Because the church may lack the management of the human resources of the church in order to fulfill God's mandate for the church. So what is church administration, and why we are going to examine the following key notes. What is the church administration? and why church administration is important in today's running of the church. As I have said, to manage an organization has to do with managing the human, financial, and physical resources of that organization. The same thing happens to the church. So church administration is the business side of the church. So the church is a spiritual being, is a spiritual entity, but nevertheless the church has the business side of the church, and the business side of the church is the church administration and management. So what is really the church administration is all about? The church administration is the process of prudent use of both human and material resources of the church. The prudent use of human and material resources of the church to achieve the goal of the church. So what did I mean? Let me just quickly explain that point to you. The prudent use of the human and material resources of the church to achieve its goal, to achieve the goal and purpose, the vision of the church. That is what church administration is all about. So the church must use the human resources and the material resources prudently in order to achieve the goal. Without managing the human resources and material resources in a better way, the church might not be able to achieve the goal and the vision that God has set before the church. So that is the reason why it is very important for the church to understand the management and administration of the church in order to achieve the goal and the vision of the church. Every church, the foundation of the church administration is the vision. The foundation of the church administration is the vision. That is number one thing you need to understand. So when we talk about the church, there is no organization, there is no church without a God's given vision. I'm not talking about the spiritual vision now. I'm talking about the set goal, the mind of God for the church of the future. That means the picture of the future of that church. That is the vision of the church. So the vision of your church must be well articulated and must be received from God, because it is God. The church belongs to God. Church owns the church. So, and the vision of the church must come from God. So your vision must generated from God. So that is the reason why the foundation of the church administration lies on the vision and mission of that particular church. And in order to achieve this vision, in order for the church to achieve God's given vision, the church need to understand what church administration and management is all about. The church is an entity. It's made up of human resources. Then the human resources provided the material resources. That is how church, that is the business side of the church. The church cannot be church without human being. Then the management of human resources of the church must be taken priority. It must be we must prioritize the management of human resources of our church, because it is the same human resources that will provide the financial resources of the church. It is the same these human resources that will provide the material resources of the church. So that is the reason why the business side of the church, aside of the spiritual activities of the church, aside of the spiritual work forces of the church, the second side of the church is the business side of the church. That is the focus of the church administration and management.